Hello everybody, it's Malcolm Watson coming to you live from Warfield in Berkshire with his one-to-one gold company and my usual Thursday Facebook Live. So hope you're okay, hope you've had a good week, hope you're all safe and well. And today I talk about hindsight in a way. Have you ever thought if I'd only known this when I was younger, things would have turned out different? Well, me too. And today I want to share with you some of the things that mistakes I've made and so on as learning. So there's four things I'm going to go through. And as we know, life is full of surprises, but we also know we are in charge of our own destiny. So we make our own mistakes, we make our successes, we make our failures. We are in charge. So we need to know what we can do about things. And hindsight is a wonderful thing. And I've often said I do my best planning in hindsight, because with hindsight you have the advantage, don't you, of being in a situation so you can look back on it. But I sometimes look back and think, why did I do that? Why did I do this? Why didn't I do this? And so what I want to, and would I have done it differently? So today I want to share some of those things with you. If I'd known what I know now, what would I have done differently? Well, the first thing is work. When I was young, when I was growing up, I was told, you need to get a good job, a secure job, a job for life. And I went into education thinking that was going to be my whole life. And it was for a greater part of it. But we now know things are different, and they say that most people will have at least 5 jobs during their lifetime, their working lifetime. So things have changed dramatically from being in what was called a safe job. There are no safe jobs now, and particularly at the moment, I do feel for everybody who's struggling because of jobs, and that's the great thing about network marketing and working on the internet. So maybe have a look at that if you are one of those people. But one of the things I wish I'd really known when I was younger was that profits are better than wages. Profits are better than wages. In other words, working for yourself, investing money in investments of some sort and making money for yourself is so much better than working for other people. And it is the way forward. As I've just said, if you're still in a job with somebody else, maybe you want to consider setting up on your own. There are, I think it's something like a 900% increase in people looking on the internet for working from home. So you're not alone. But I didn't find out about profits being better than wages till about 20 years ago, and it changed my life forever. And I'll come back to it in a bit. The second thing I wish I'd known about more were friendships. When you're young, friends come and go, and you've got mates, and you've got people who come into your life and go out of your life and so on, and it's quite transitory. But as you mature, you start to realise what a true friend is. And some people say if you have one true friend in your life, you are a lucky person. Well, I guess I'm a lucky person, because a friend is someone who knows all about you and still likes you. It's that person that if you're allowed to make one call, you'd call that person and they would come and get you. If you're in trouble, you would speak to them first and they would help you. If you needed advice, that's the person you would go to. A true friend. A friend is someone who will tell you the truth, not what you want to hear. A friend is someone who will tell you the truth, not what you want to hear. And that's an important thing. So, and I learnt the hard way through circumstances of my own. I'd made some mistakes, and I was, had to change my career all of a sudden. I hadn't planned. But what it did, it made me stronger, and it made me realise that some people who you think are your friends are not your friends. And you only find out who your true friends are when you need them, when you really are in a situation you need them. And I found out who my true friends were, and they've still stayed friends. And remember that you are influenced by the 5 people you come into contact with most, the 5 people you come into contact most often. So choose carefully. Make sure those people are the people who help you, stretch you, and this is something that you can do. And the other thing is, as I say, your friends stay with you. If you have a friend and that person stays with you for the rest of your life, you know it's true from there. Terry, just to answer your question, I think you have to wait till the end before you can share it. There's a share button, but we'll go on from that. So relationships, that's the third of my 4 things. As I was growing up, I went out with lots of girls, as young people do, and like most people, I was impressed first of all by looks. But looks aren't everything, and you find they are not the real person. It's like the difference between personality and character. One is external, the other is inbred, and it's the character that is so important. Sure, it's nice to be attractive. Sure, it's nice to have a good personality, but it's your character that shows through. Like I was saying before, your character shows through in times of trials. Your character shows through when you really need it. So relationships can be the making and the breaking of you. You're indeed lucky if, like me, you find a partner who you love, who loves you, who's your best friend, your rock, your help. I've been so blessed because I talked about relationships and friendships, and I was lucky enough, I met my future wife while we were both still at school, and as I say, she has been my rock, my help, the person who sorts me out, the person who's been my advisor and my best friend for all of our married life. Over 50 years now we've been together. And relationships need working at, and it's worth it, because if you realise what you have, all relationships go through strains, all relationships go through good times, and it's how you come through those difficult times that really measure your relationship. And the last thing is, of my 4, I wish I'd known, was money. I mentioned about before profits being better than wages. But how often do you hear, can I borrow some money? Can you lend me some money? Have you got any spare money, gov, or whatever? And it's important as early as possible to learn the value of money. And I wish I'd learned it a little bit earlier in some ways. But I did learn, my parents were very astute with it, and they gave me pocket money, sure, but they suggested I went out and earn money, because it's very important to learn the value of money. I had very little money myself when I was growing up. We weren't poor, but we weren't rich, and money was important. And my father was made redundant at one time, and for quite a while, and we really struggled over that period. But he showed his character, and it taught me a great deal. But so I didn't have a lot of money, and in fact, when I got married, even the cheque for the marriage bounced. So that was a great start to our wedding and our married life. But that was a catalyst. It made me realise not to fear money, but to respect it, yes, but realise it's not the most important thing in life. What's the most important thing in life is your health, your friendships, your relationships, and so on. But it is a great thing, and we all need money. We all need money in some way, whether it's in fiat money, paper money, or it's in tangible money like gold and so on. If you have children, they ask, can I borrow some money, as I mentioned before. One of the things that I was taught, and it's really important, is how can I earn some money? Rather than the child saying, can I have some money, is how can I earn some money? So whether or not you have the money, it's important that we all learn the value of money. And the best advice I've been given, I'll pass it on to you, I've said it before, but is for every pound, dollar, euro, Bitcoin you have, that if you want to stay happy, you split it into 4, and 70% is for living, 10% is for saving, 10% is for investing, and 10% is to give away. And if you keep that in your mind always, you will be successful and it will help you. And I wish I'd known that younger myself. I tended, when I got money, to spend it like you do when you're young. And then when you have responsibilities, obviously you start to save and invest and so on. And those are the important things that I wish I'd learned when I was younger. So that's the recipe for success, really. You notice I didn't tell you how to save, where to give your money, how to invest it. That's up to you. But it's the principle which is so important, and the principle doesn't offer, and it will serve you well. So there you have it, my 4 things. My life has been blessed. Friendships, relationships, work, and money. But I wish I'd known what I know now earlier on, because some of the things I would have done differently, as I've shared with you. But thank you very much indeed for listening. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you if you're watching live. I appreciate you very much indeed for sparing the time. If you're watching on replay, thank you again, and please leave a comment, replay in the comments, and I will get back to you. And if you have anything you want to know about me, what I do, or anything I've said today, please leave a comment, and of course I will get back to you. It's what it's all about. It's sharing. If you want to share this, please do, because sharing helps. And that's how I learn things, by other people and sharing with them. So if you have a question, let me know. If you want to know more about me, let me know, and I'll answer in any way I can. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it. I'm here every Thursday at the same time, 12:30 GMT. And also remember, I do a 1-minute motivation every Monday, so please catch up on that on my timeline as well. I'd be grateful if you did. But until then, as I always say, stay safe, stay happy, look after yourself, look after those who are important and those you love, and help everybody you can. Malcolm Watson, 1 for 1 Gold, saying thank you and speak to you again soon.